Hi and welcome to our next video. If you've been looking at that wall for ages thinking I'm going to have a go at plastering that, then we're going to show you how to prep different surfaces and hopefully stop Plastergeddon. So we're going to start off by showing you how to prep this wall. Well, okay, that's an easy one. We're also going to show you how to prep this and this. So we're going to start off with the easiest, or so you would think, which is branding plasterboard. It's simply a case of screw taping the joints, applying screw tape to the top and the side, and any surface which isn't plasterboard, such as this old wall, will need PVA or SBR. That will stop the plaster from being dried out by this other surface and hard lumps being dragged through to plaster and wrecking your new wall. There is one situation when plasterboard isn't that easy, and that's if you've had the board sitting around for ages, as we all do. If the boards have been sat and have got dusty and dirty and have big footprints on them, then it's well advised to give them a coating with SBR or watered down PVA. That's only if they've been sat around for a while. So the next easiest subject is matte paint. Simply a couple of coats of PVA or a couple of coats of SBR and that will do the job. But we have got this bonding on here, and this is really high suction. And you can tell by the colour it's dried out. The best thing for this really is either a couple of really good coats of PVA or even better, SBR. I will go over this a couple of times. Using SBR with a fairly uniform coat of suction, which makes it a lot easier. If this dries out as you're plastering, this will form a ring, which will then cause a problem as you apply your second coat. The next thing is this moisture board. This ideally is designed for tiling, but if you're going to plaster onto it, they do suggest priming it. We simply use SBR, one coat, and it's good to go. But you can buy a specialist primer. The one surface which can be a real pain is shiny paint. If you use PVA, the plaster and the PVA will both slide around on the shiny paint. We use various grits to stop this, but the grit has to be applied properly, i.e. quite thick, and that provides the key for the plaster to grit. The other surface you'll come across is this old 1950s plasterboard. You could remove it and insulate behind it and put new plasterboard on, but just be a bit careful because it can contain nasty things. So you best have it tested. All we're going to do, however, though, is give it a coat of SBR, or probably a couple of coats, and that really seals the surface away. We've also used this net onto it just to provide an extra key, but generally the original board is quite sound, so really there's no reason to put it on. One of the surfaces you'll come across in older houses is this old grey plaster, and it's really high suck. We use SBR on this and several coats. You can tell when you cut the suction because the coat that you apply doesn't dry out straight away. The one thing you will need to do is fill any gaps between plasterboard and other surfaces, such as we've done here. And you can either use bonding or expanding foam, or both.